Hello and welcome. It's a little dark at the moment just because it's morning and the sun hasn't come up yet. I have Junimo and Jojo out as well, but I don't think they're both just like cuddling my hand at the moment, so I think they're good. I am the dictionary definition of at my wit's end. So basically, it's been such a long week. So let's start with some net positives. One, I'm pretty sure the lump on Lamb's tail is an abscess now because it's starting to look different. I'll continue with the hot compresses and see if I can, resolve it that way. I don't want to gross you guys out with too many details. Two, I'm fairly certain the antibiotics are helping with Ursula's mites. She had mite treatment too. Antibiotics alone are not going to take care of mites. But if I get the underlying cause treated and then we treat for mites, it should take care of the problem. So I'm fairly certain that's working. Three, I managed to get a hide in with my big girl group, and Suitor did not immediately attack anyone, and I am scatter feeding. So they might finally be settling in and being a happy group. Which, like, they've been a happy group, it's just Suitor, she's grumpy. She gets grumpy. It's not that big a deal. And then the biggest net win for this week is these guys over here. I'm not going to heap praise on them by any means, but the dwarfs might be settling in with each other, and I'm being very cautious in even saying that. I'm like, hesitant to say anything about them. But last week, I don't know if this was a factor in it or if it was a coincidence, but I had them out for free roam because they do great during free roam. And I was playing with Lois, and she's like, she loves to play. Lois loves to play. And so I kept, pouncing on her, and then she would run all over the place, and whichever rat happened to be near her, hold on, Junimo wants my shirt. Come on, baby. Come on. There we go. Whichever rat happened to be near her was getting pounced on, and she would just like go ham on them. And I don't know if that like maybe helped with her confidence or something, but since then it's been quieter. Not completely quiet, mind you, because there's still some squeakers in there. Like, Polly's a year and 8 months old. She's not gonna stop being a squeaker just because it would be convenient for me. But I managed to put a couple of extra things in there, nothing big, just one more hammock and another foraging toy, and I'm hoping they continue to do well. If they do, then it's currently Sunday. On Tuesday, I will add in one more thing, probably the spiderweb basket again, though I am more hesitant with that, and maybe another chew toy, because I have a few chew toys for them that just aren't in there at the moment. Yeah, baby, do you want to come up? Hold on. Junie? You could have done that the whole time without me asking. Yeah, there you go, baby. Alright, now let's get into why I am currently at my wit's end. Which is not the rats, believe it or not. It's my free-range animals. So, unfortunately, August is in heat again, which is not that big of a deal, because she's not going outside, she's not going to get pregnant. I'm not that concerned about it. But it is adding to my overstimulation issue, because it's like a constant barrage of stuff. Because she is a loud one. She lets you know she's in heat. We think Betty might have gone into heat, but we don't know because all she did was meow a little extra than she normally does. But otherwise, August, Betty, and Dax are fine. Let's talk about my dog and my other cat. Let's start with the dog. Her name is Cujo. I didn't name her. She doesn't feature on here much, so I'm just like mentioning it to mention it. I'm probably not going to show you guys her. I'm sure you'll care about her in the sense that she's an animal. This is an animal channel. You guys are going to care about the animal that I'm talking about. So my dog Cujo, she's recently been peeing a lot. And so we're just like, well, let's take her in, see what's going on. And we did a whole bunch of blood work specifically. And I think we did a urinalysis. We did a urinalysis to see what was going on with her, and she has hypercalcemia at the moment, which basically means she just has an excess amount of calcium in her body, which is very, very bad. because it causes other things to have issues. It can cause kidney failure, it can cause her to have bladder stones. It's not good. And this can happen just randomly in cats, but it's pretty rare for it to not have a like be linked to another problem in dogs. So we have to get some diagnostics done, but while we're getting some diagnostics done, we have to bring her calcium down, which means she is currently on subcutaneous fluids that Cappy and I have to give her, which Cappy's actually, I'm the one who puts the needle in, but Cappy is the one who does basically everything else. She's really good at it. So there's that. And she's tall, so she can hold the bag up for me because I'm not tall, I'm short. But that's happening, and she's also on prednisone, which is a steroid, and she's on furosemide, which is a diuretic, both of which I've used with the rats, so I'm familiar with. Which means she is peeing a ton because she's getting fluids, she's getting furosemide, which promotes peeing, and she's getting the prednisone, which is also promoting her to pee out the calcium. So she is peeing a ton. But thankfully the dog she's also on antibiotics just in case she has a URI, which she probably doesn't. But thankfully the dog is pretty easy to take care of, but it is stressful just because diagnostics are not cheap, and the things that could be causing this are also very bad, because it could be cancer, it could be a tumor, it could be Addison's disease, and it could be fungal infection, though that is the least likely option. And my dog is 10, so this is not a surprise. Like, 10-year-old dogs, things go wrong with 10-year-old dogs, you know. But on the heels of learning that whole situation, we had just done her first IV bag, and I had come upstairs and I was doing some stuff, and I went to check on Jinx, my cat. She's the one you guys don't see very much. She's the one with the little mustache, and she hadn't been acting quite like herself, so I went to check on her, and I pulled her out from the ottoman, because I have an ottoman under my puzzle table that she likes to sleep on, and I pulled her out, and I discovered that she was covered in urine. She had been peeing herself. And we took her to the bathroom to clean her up, and I realized she was very weak, she was wobbly, she was out of it, she was not good. So we had to rush her to the emergency vet, because it was a Saturday and none of the normal vets were open. We rushed her to the emergency vet, and we did a little bit of diagnostics, not much because we had already spent so much on Cujo, so we basically have to pace out what we can do at this point. But yeah, so she had a lot of stuff going on. I'll list the things that her vitals said, but she was just peeing herself. She was peeing and peeing and peeing. She's peeing so much that both the vet tech and the vet mentioned it, because it was just like so much pee. And basically they found a lump in her bladder, which could be a urinary stone, it could be some kind of cancer, and she has an upper respiratory infection, and it's possible she has a UTI, and it could be that the UTI is causing all this. And the vet mentioned a bunch of other stuff, like that she could be immunocompromised and stuff, but to me it kind of felt like that's the kind of thing the vet mentions frequently, because like sometimes vets just like have a go-to that they're just like, this is probably what this is. And that can be frustrating sometimes, because one of my previous vets for the free-range animals, that's what we call our cats and dogs, one of my previous vets for the free-range animals, their go-to was allergies. So they would just say every animal had allergies, including Jinx, and it turns out that no, she probably doesn't have allergies, she probably has some kind of underlying like viral issue, and it's like, oh, fun. And I knew that this vet wasn't good, because she did the same thing to my friend Kendra's dog, where she just kept saying it's allergies, it's allergies, it's allergies, and it turned out to be cancer. So, you know, fun. But they gave her an antibiotic. They injected her with an antibiotic that's supposed to last for 2 weeks. So that should hopefully, if it's just a UTI, take care of that. But she's also on gabapentin for pain, which is a sedative kind of thing. But yeah, finding out 2 of my pets may have cancer, basically within 2 days of each other. I'm at my wit's end. And so, yeah, it's a lot going on, and I'm probably not going to show too much of it. I just kind of wanted to talk about it, because, like, I don't know. I don't ever know what to do about, like, the cats. The dog's not, like, she's a family dog, but she's not really my dog. I'm her second favorite person, but I'm definitely not her favorite person. So I'm definitely not going to show much of the dog. But you guys do see Jinx a bit, and you guys really like the cats, so I might show a little bit of the cats. But yeah, I'm just hoping that you know, we can get all this taken care of fairly easily, and that neither of them have cancer. So with Cujo, the best option would be Addison's, and with Jinx, the best option would be UTI, which the antibiotics should take care of. And I will say, we did see her going into the litter box on her own this morning, but she is very weak. She is a very, very weak baby. So yeah, I will update you with whatever happens next with either the rats or my other pets. But yeah, I don't know how much about Cujo I'll mention unless, I guess I'll mention when we get a diagnosis, but I don't know how much about Cujo I'll mention otherwise, because again, I am in charge of like all the animals, but Cujo's not my dog. I'm in charge of all the animals because I'm the one who can handle it, not because I'm the one who, like, they love the most. Most of them love me the most, I will admit. Like, obviously the rats are mine, and 2 of the cats for sure love me the most, and then the kittens kind of split between me and Cappy. So, but yeah, I just, it's kind of funny because I was thinking yesterday, it's just like, it's, Cappy and I both have like that mom thing, even though neither of us are moms, and I never want to be a mom. But like, for me, it's that when there's something hard that needs to be done that is like, can make you uncomfortable or squeamish, I'm the one who does it because like no one else wants to. So it's like, okay, well, I guess I'm giving a dog an IV. And it's not hard and I'm not squeamish about it, but I am anxious about it. So I just have to go about it with confidence that I don't feel and I can get it done. And Cappy's mom thing is that when it's a stressful situation, she's just like, guess I'm taking charge, let's go. So that's funny. But yeah, I will update you guys again when I know what's going on with anything. And maybe an update with these guys, the Dwarf Big Group, when I add a couple more things, just for some happy content. Alright, I have finished this puzzle, and this is technically a mouse, but there's a rodent on it, and therefore I'm showing it to you guys. It might be, because of the glare from the overhead light, it might be easier to show here. Look at it! Isn't that so cute? Look at it. This is the poster. But yeah, Sleepy Mouse. Yeah, and it is my duty to show every puzzle that has a rat and or other kind of rodent on it to you guys. So yeah, I have done my duty. First off, happy things. The dwarfs are, you know, they started nitpicking at each other a little bit again when I was scatter feeding them just on the top shelf. And when I stopped doing that, they started nitpicking at each other a little bit, but nothing serious. So tomorrow they're going to get the spiderweb hammock, and we're just going to keep going. This weekend's cage cleaning weekend, which I think will help solidify them because I'll be cleaning the whole cage again. So like every time I clean the cage, basically, it just kind of helps blend their smells together more. August is still in heat.
Yeah. It's annoying.
She's a pain in the butt.
She's been torturing everybody.
Yeah, especially Jinx. So I guess let's start with Jinx. There's no real... I didn't tell Cappy. I started this vlog with a 12-minute clip explaining everything that's been going on.
I've been gone this whole week. My boyfriend moved, so I've been with him.
Yeah.
So I've been...
She still lives here. She's just been helping him move.
Yeah, he doesn't live here anymore. It's been a really hectic, bad, crazy week, and my legs hurt and my feet hurt, and he's getting chicken nuggets right now.
Yeah. So Jinx, I think, is very slightly better. And I do mean slightly. She seems more aware. She seems happier, but she's still peeing herself. We have, like, puppy pads underneath a bunch of blankets in the living room so that she can be comfortable, but not soil or ottoman.
Or the carpet.
Or the carpet. So
our carpet cleaner's in my boyfriend's trunk right now.
Yeah. And then someone has been peeing, or pooping specifically, in the library. So we had to move the litter box into there, and that might be Jinx. It might not be Jinx. Because sometimes when cats go into heat, they stop using the litter box, so it could be that little demon right there. But, you know...
She's using the litter box up here, at least.
Until proven otherwise, I'm assuming it's Jinx. So we don't have very much to report on Jinx other than she might be slightly better. She's got about a week and a half of antibiotics left. You know, we're just going. We're just going. We're putting our heads down and going. It's been a bad week. Look at Junie. Look at that, Junie. She wants me to give her a cookie because when I come into my room in the evening, she hornswoggles me out of a cookie, but it's not that time yet. Junie Momo. So, hi.
I think the cats are mad because they want food.
I fed them.
Oh.
They might be mad because I'm doing a carpet refresh.
Where are you doing? In the library?
No, downstairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, man, my brain hasn't... I've been going nonstop since Sunday. It's Wednesday now. I'm exhausted. My whole body hurts.
Yeah.
I would have wanted chicken nuggets, but he didn't ask me.
Yeah. And now to the... I'm going in order of best news to worst news. The bad news is my dog. And again, you guys don't really know my dog. I'm just telling you kind of like what's been going on. And her test came back and it is almost definitely cancer. So, she also really, really, really hates the fluids that we have to give her. Like to the point where I don't think we can keep doing it. She freaks out so bad. I basically have to restrain her with one arm and keep the needle in with the other arm while Cappy's standing over me with the bag.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we should even keep the fluids just in case she needs them again because, I mean...
It's so bad. I think she's very sensitive to sounds, and unfortunately the bag makes a really rubbery, plasticky, crinkly sound that she hates. So that might be part of the problem. She's also just a very sensitive dog. She's so sensitive, and it's gotten worse since her sister died a few years ago. So, like, we got these dogs off of somebody from Craigslist who had an accidental litter, and I put that in quotation marks because they're not like rats. If you have a dog, if you have a male dog and a female dog, and you didn't spay or neuter either of them, nor did you keep them apart, that's not an accidental litter. That's just one you accepted was going to happen. But they were janky. These dogs were so janky. Like, Buttercup had Cushing's and a crooked nose and a crooked tongue and a crooked leg. And, yeah, they were just kind of messes. But basically with Cujo, we're just going to keep her comfortable for as long as we can. And I'm going to try not to have a little freak out that 2 of my free-range animals might be gone very soon.
Yeah, I got too much stuff going on to really stop and think about any of it, to be honest with you, because moving is a nightmare. My boyfriend barely owns anything, and yet it was so difficult. It was just the 2 of us.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know if I feel like I've probably mentioned it. I've mentioned that the move to Texas was really hard on us. Moving kind of is triggering for us.
It's the worst. I hate it so much.
Yeah.
And my boyfriend's still not home. I'm trying to panic about that.
He went to the bad McDonald's, so.
Yeah.
There's a dead mosquito on my windowsill.
Ugh.
I guess better than a live one. But yeah, and then the other thing, and this is good news, but the breeder did get in touch with me, and I did pick out some babies that will be here at the end of November, and that's good. They're very cute. Cappy picked one, and we have names picked out for them, and I'll do a whole separate video for them and stuff, but I am going to be getting babies. Those will likely be the last babies I get for a while, because I have to get them spayed. Ursula is now 1.5 years, and she's an intact female, so I might be doing a surgery on her at some point in the near future if she develops a tumor. And then Junimo costs a lot of money. So just realistically, these will be the last babies I get for a little bit, just until, you know, everything's situated with Cujo and Jinx and my existing rats, including them, because they are existing rats now. And they're probably... See, I've been debating how to discuss the transport because I think the transport's a good thing ultimately. I think that it's good that they can get at least 4 breeders, rats from one rattery to another. I personally will not be using the transport again, or probably any transport. And there are reasons for this. I think I'm just going to discuss them here as opposed to a separate video, because ultimately I do think the transport is more good than bad. So my issue with the transport, obviously there's Aura, who passed away. And then there's also Summer and Bonnet, who both have the same issue, and it could be a genetic issue. But if it's not a genetic issue, it is likely something they picked up on the transport. And the thing with the transport is they do not require ratteries to do health testing of their rats, and there's certain tests that need to be done, in my opinion, on rats to make sure that they don't spread certain diseases. And this transport doesn't do it because some breeders have, like, I don't know, a moral issue with it. She made it sound like it was a moral issue. I don't know what the moral issue in making sure your rats aren't going to kill people is, personally.
What's the moral issue in not getting your kid vaccinated?
Or your dog vaccinated. We have like a lot of rabies in Texas right now because we live in Texas.
People here said that they're worried about their dogs getting autism.
Yeah. So, like...
That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, and not to be hostile, but I am a little hostile, so whatever. But yeah... And because she doesn't do that, and because of what happened with Aura, and because of what possibly happened with Summer and Bonnet, I do not feel comfortable doing the transport anymore, which means even though I was already iffy on, like, if I was going to get more dwarfs or not, it means that I cannot get more dwarfs because there aren't any currently being bred in Texas from a reputable breeder, because Texas doesn't really have reputable breeders. So going forward, there is one reputable breeder near me. She does not breed dwarfs. So going forward, I will most likely be getting a lot of rescues, which I'm happy with, because, like, I have Baker, and Baker's, like, such a good boy. He's such a good example of a rescue rat. He's an angel. And then I will probably, when I want babies, go to that breeder. So yeah, that's everything that's kind of going on. I don't know if I'll keep you updated on the dog, because, again, you guys don't really know the dog. It's just something that's happening with, like, me and Cappy, and I know, obviously, you mostly watch for me and Cappy. I feel like most of you mostly watch for Cappy cameos.
I haven't been around for a while.
You haven't, but they love you. You're a star.
Well, it's like my TikTok. Everyone just watches for John.
Everyone just watches my Rat Channel reel.
That's awful.
But yeah, and that's something that's going on with me that revolves around animals. Obviously, I'm not going to tell you everything going on in my life, but, like, the animal stuff I feel comfortable talking about. And it's been a really frustrating week because I've just been getting the runaround from these vets. They haven't been giving me straight answers.
They're all so keen to do diagnostics, but they're not paying attention to the fact that they cost thousands of dollars. It's like, well, I'm glad you're excited to diagnose, but unless you want to start doing it for... It's like, I won't say names. We called the vet today about Cujo, and she says an in-house test that they just do themselves, and it's $140 for them to spin the blood around. It's like, really? It's 10 minutes of your time? And it's like,
so
how do you justify that?
And the thing is, I'm not opposed to diagnostics, but when you give me a paper that says everything you want to do is going to cost upwards of $2,000 and say I have to do all of it to know what's wrong with her,
and then pay to get the treatment,
that's, like, daunting. I don't know anyone who has $2,000 just laying around. Like, I'm not opposed to diagnostics, but it feels like in the last few years, it's like there's just more and more and more tests to do the diagnostics.
Yeah, for Jinx, because we thought she might have a UTI, so they want to test for it. But we'd have to do an ultrasound to find out if we can do the thing to collect the urine. So we have to do a test to see if we could do the test to get a test. And it's like, that would have been $600 total. It's like, it was like $400 for the ultrasound to see if she can collect the urine. And if she could collect the urine, which also costs money, then she could do the test, which also costs money. And it's like, what do you expect from people when you don't let them pay, like, on as you go? Like, there's no care credit at most vets. So you just have to have thousands of dollars.
And then, like, my friend Kendra was just like, well, why didn't they just give you those, like, little beads that, like, keep the urine clean, that you can, like, drain the urine out of? I don't know if I'm making sense, but there's a thing.
They have, like, special stuff so you can just collect it at home because it's expensive to do. Like, she wants to cut the cat open and get pee from her, and it's like, right now?
And the reason I couldn't do that is because when we asked if we could collect it, she was just like, well, no, because her fur would get in the way, and that's, like, extra bacteria.
Oh, to be fair, the doctor suggested we could just collect it one way, but then we asked the tech, she was not very nice to us. She was, like, really pissy. We were like, we're not sure, like, we're emotional and sitting there just like, oh my God, we don't know what to do. And Sarah's like, well, we're not sure if maybe we need to let her go. And the lady's like, we don't even know what's wrong with her.
Yeah, because one of the things that was possibly wrong with her, or very likely wrong with her, is, like, a tumor in her bladder.
Yeah.
That she is not well enough to do surgery on for.
Yeah, and the lady was so friggin' mean. Like, Sarah was literally crying, saying, well, we don't know if maybe it would just be best for her to put her down. She snapped at her and said, we don't even know what's wrong. And it's like, okay, well, unless you're going to write the check for $2,000 to get the diagnostics and then the check for $1,000 to treat it, I don't really think you have... Like, and Jinx was not well. Like, it was... we thought we were going to lose her. It was bad. It was really friggin' bad.
It was. And that's why I asked the questions, because it's like, well... They made it sound like the antibiotics had no chance of helping, but it was our only option if we couldn't do all the tests that need to be done. And, like, so my option was basically do this thing that might not work, probably won't work based on how they made it sound, or maybe let her go. And they, like, got annoyed with me when I asked if I should let her go.
We thought that she was dying.
Yeah.
I've never seen her like that before.
She was in real rough shape. So, like, I'm just a little frustrated, and, like, in general, I loved my old vets so much. They didn't, like, give me the runaround. They would tell me what tests they thought I should do instead of giving me, like, 10 and said I had to do all of them. And I just haven't found a vet like that here, and it's just extremely frustrating, because, like, even just now with Cujo, she wanted me to do another test that would tell us the same thing the last one told us.
No, like, I didn't tell you when we were on the phone. Because, like, so we did a test for calcium, and then we wanted to do the cancer one, but then she ended up doing another calcium instead to see if the calcium was truly being made by a body. And then when she was on the phone with me and I was like, should we test for cancer? She's like, well, I think we should do another test just to make sure the calcium really is a bad thing. That's what she said. She wanted to do a third calcium test to make sure the calcium is actually causing a problem. It's like, ma'am, are you effing me? Are you effing me right now?
Yeah, it's just been frustrating, because I did the blood work because she had symptoms, and I wanted to see what her blood work looked like, because with my free-range animals, that's what I call my cats and dogs, with the free-range animals, you're going to get the most information from doing blood work. You just are. So I always do blood work when something's wrong with them, and that blood work said that she had high calcium, and so she has to do another test to see what kind of calcium.
But that's not what we told her. We told her we wanted to do the cancer one, so something happened where she decided to not do the test we asked for and do a different test, because we specifically said several times the cancer one, and she took it upon herself to switch it.
And then when she called us, and I was just like, okay, well, should we continue her on the meds that she's currently on that are making her feel better? She said, well, we really should check her calcium again to see if it worked last time. And I was just like, I can't keep checking your calcium every 2 days.
Just like, and I straight up asked her, I said, do you think she has cancer? And she's like, yeah. So what do you think it is? And she told me it's almost certainly cancer. So it's like, so if you felt that way, then why did you do this to us?
We asked her several times, and it's like, this vet in particular is really, really hard to get to shoot straight with me, which is it's very, very frustrating.
This is the vet that got Ezra killed.
Yeah, I didn't know if I was going to mention that, just because it's like, why would I go to this vet again? And the answer is because a vet treating for cats and dogs is going to know a lot more about cats and dogs than a vet treating rats.
We didn't know we'd get this particular doctor either. They have multiple doctors there.
The vet we liked left the practice, so we got put with her. And, like, this is the vet that got Ezra killed. So, like, I'm frustrated, and I'm sad, and I'm worried about Jinx, and
our bandwidth is a little bit maxed out.
Yeah. So this is kind of a bummer of a video and kind of weird since it hasn't really been about the rats. But the rats are doing good. The rats are happy. They're healthy for the most part, other than my few, like, iffy ones. I'm going to be getting babies soon. It's just my free-range animals. And, like, you guys see Jinx occasionally, so I did want to tell you what was going on with Jinx. Like, the dog, Cujo, is 10, and Jinx is 13. They're not young animals. So, like, it just kind of really, 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 really sucks that this stuff all happened. Like, we did Cujo's appointment on Wednesday, and Jinx crashed on Saturday.
And it's Wednesday again, now.
So, it's been about a week of just, like, hell.
And then moving on top of it.
So, like, we're kind of tired. We're kind of, like, emotionally exhausted, and I'm sorry that this video is kind of a mess. But, if you feel sorry for me, if you feel sorry for me, you know what to do. All the stuff down below, the liking, the commenting, the subscribing, let me know if you pity me. Send me a broken heart in the comments if you pity me. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.